Thank you very much, Program Director. President Thabo Mbeki Sizanele, Premier Panyaza Lusufi. Amina was laughing at me. The Premier says, "You see, he has demoted you." Comrade Mac, I'm looking at you. Our condolences to you, sincere condolences. Comrade Govan, Comrade Amina, Prof. Anjina, the children, the grandchildren. When I was at home yesterday, when I arrived, I found Amina sitting in the bedroom, holding Comrade Isop's hand. So I went to sit with her, and she said to me, so I said to her, "Is he sleeping?" She says, "No. You can talk to him. I don't know if he'll hear you." But so I said, "Comrade Isop, it's Paul Mashatile. I'm here," but he was quiet. So we sat there for a while with Amina, and then we went downstairs where I spent a lot of time with Comrade Mac in the garden. And Comrade Mac said to me, "You know, the way Comrade Isop loved the grandchildren. They would always run to the bedroom and, we're going to greet Papa," and they run up and down. So it's good to see all of you, the grandchildren. I saw you yesterday. Remember? They were running around as usual. Program Director, we woke up to the sad news of the passing of a tried and tested cadre, a leader of the people of South Africa, Comrade Isop Pahat. As I said earlier yesterday, I had the opportunity to visit Comrade Isop and his family. It was impossible and most painful to reconcile his frail state with the energetic, assertive, and forthright Comrade Isop that I have come to know for many decades. As all of you know, that when you are with Comrade Isop, he'll always say, "Hey, Wena, what are you up to?" Or Sugar when. And yesterday there was nothing of that. But I personally first encountered Comrade Isop through the archives of the liberation movement. He and his contemporaries featured in photographs. It was on the margins of the 1956 treason trial, where they had these placards and posters on outside the court with the words there, "Hands off our leaders." So Comrade Isop was there. So that's the first time we saw this young man with the posters, "Hands off our leaders." Our generation accepted him as our leader because we knew that he grew up at the collective knee of the generation of Oliver Tambo, Yusuf Dadoo, N.T. Naika, Regis September, Joe Slovo, Helen Joseph, and many others of our outstanding liberators, an active member of the Congress Youth Movement. As other speakers said, he was one of the Transvaal Indian Youth Congress volunteers who produced and distributed ANC pamphlet and posters in the 3 years after the 1960 banning of our movement. For his activities against the apartheid regime, he was banned for 5 years until he left the country to join the movement in exile in 1964. His maturity into full membership and leadership of the ANC and the South African Communist Party spoke to the importance of political organization as a school and teacher in society. He also trained in Umkhonto weSizwe in Angola. Comrade Isop represented the SACP on the editorial council of the World Marxist Review from 1975 to 1985. He was thus one of the leading cadres of our movement and did much to advance the international pillar of our struggle. Comrade Isop internalized the Marxist adage that says, to leave error unrefuted is to encourage intellectual immorality. He was a robust intellectual who always sought the best possible decisions for the organization, for our nation, and ultimately for humanity. He said about his period in exile, he said, when you are in exile, there are times when the light at the end of the tunnel is very dim. You always felt that you were very far from home. Program Director, to underscore his interest in the free and democratic exchange of ideas, Comrade Isop also said the following: you had a great amount of time to read when he was in exile, to study, to discuss, to debate, and to get involved in all of these discussions, not only with your own comrades, but also with many other people. It was a wonderful opportunity to be able to meet representatives of the Communist Party from all over the world. That's what he said. This was an all-round public intellectual whose political consciousness was shaped under the aegis of the Congress movement. In 1994, he became one of the cadres the ANC deployed into the first democratic parliament, which gave us hope about the future of a democratic South Africa. When he left public service in 1994, Comrade Isop established The Thinker, a quarterly journal for discussion which added to the diversity of opinion in our media and public discourse spaces. This is yet another of his numerous notable and unerasable contributions to the betterment of our society. Our movement and society is challenged to construct an environment in which, though they do not become clones, young people become as dependable as Isop's generation. In this way, the democratization project does not lose its way. Comrade Isop has left a void. In his lifetime of struggle, he traversed the world to ensure that our struggle delivered victory to the ordinary masses of our people. We who remain are obliged to spare no effort to ensure that we stay the course. As I conclude, let me remember the words of Nikolai Ostrowski that comes to mind. He said, "Man's dearest possession is life. It is given to him but once, and he must live it so as to feel no torturing regrets for wasted years. Never know the burning shame of a mean and petty past. So live that. Dying, he might say, all my life, all my strength were given to the finest cause in all the world, the liberation of mankind." It's like Nikolai was speaking about Aesop Gulampahat. Lalangotolo, Comrade Aesop, you worked for your nation. Lalangotolo, fare thee well. Our dear brother, our comrade, grandfather to your grandchildren. Siyabonga. Mandla.